Hey guys, what's up? I want to do a video response to somebody I found here recently called Sam Bam Kablam, and she did a video for a collab channel called Project Life Size. And in this video, she talked about some very personal issues to her, as well as, depression and getting help and medication and things like that. And I think it's a really important video that I think a lot of people need to see, especially if you're battling depression. As somebody who's been going through depression over the last couple of years, and about a year and a half ago, severe depression over a variety of issues, I can attest to the fact that getting help and eventually just sucking up and getting on some kind of medication is one of the most important things that you can do in your life. And for those of you that think that getting help and being on medication makes you weak, let me start this off by saying, fuck you. Okay, one of the strongest things that you can do as a human being is, one, admit that you need help. And that was the hardest thing for me to do. I consider myself to be not only very physically tough, but mentally and emotionally tough. But I was just in such a deep, dark place as a person that I finally had to look in the mirror and say, look, kid, you need help. Okay, you can't do this alone. And I was dragging the people in my life around me down with me. And eventually you have to look at yourself and say, look, I can't do it on my own. And you know what? It's okay. It's all right to go out and seek help. And I finally found somebody that I felt comfortable enough sitting down and talking to. And this person looked at me and said, look, not everything in the world is your fault. And you can't put the weight of everything you're trying to accomplish in the world on your shoulders. It's okay to slough some of it off. It's okay to delegate. And it's okay to ask somebody for help. And more importantly, to get through that initial deep, dark, my God, I'm down in a well feeling, it's okay to go on the medication. And it took a couple of different medications. At first, I fought the medication like crazy. I was like, no, I'm not taking that shit. I have no need to go on medication. I'm like, because to me, all medication was doing at the time was masking the problem. And there are people that will argue that point, and I was one of those people that argued that point. And he looked at me, he's like, well, what's wrong with making your mood better to a certain degree to help you better deal with the problems going on in your life? Because that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that I would just be in such a state of that I would ignore the problems in my life. And in reality, once we found the right medication, what it did was it put me in the mindset, the proper mindset, to better deal with the issues in my life. Now, I've since gone off the medication, and I've since put myself in a better spot in life where I've been able to better deal with certain things that have happened to me and just better accept what's going on in my life. But all of that started somewhere, and it started with getting help. It started with finally admitting that I couldn't do it on my own. And, Sam, watch her video, man. Not only just subscribe to her channel, but watch the video that I'm going to tag this to. She has a lot of just very deep emotional insight, and I really feel like, Sam, I identified with you on a lot of levels as somebody who came from a broken home, who came from parents who were absolutely ugly to each other before and after their divorce, from a mother who shit-talked my father, to a father who just wanted out. And both my parents are still alive, and I don't have that on my shoulders. But it definitely affects us as people and how we govern our lives, how we go into relationships, and how we go about our day-to-day living. Great video, Sam. I've come to love you as a YouTuber. I really have, and I'm glad like hell I found you. Not only are you intelligent, you're insightful, and you're thoughtful, and the way you deliver your videos is just raw, organic, and awesome. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to keep it short. I could go another 15 minutes, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm TattsDeej. Go check her out. Go check her videos out. You're going to love her as much as I do. And I'm out.